Hey guys, this is Miss Tart, and today we're going to be doing a passage in our Ready Reading book. So please make sure that you pick this up from the middle school before you can do this lesson. Alright, we're going to be on page 14, and we're going to be reading the passage, How Pluto Stopped Being a Planet. I'm going to be reading this with you and then going over the questions, but after this video is through, you will be doing the questions yourselves. How Pluto Stopped Being a Planet. For decades, people believed our solar system had 9 planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. But in 2006, a group of astronomers decided that Pluto was not a true planet, but something else called a dwarf planet. The term dwarf planet might make you think that Pluto was kicked out of the planet club solely because of its size. And it's true that Pluto is small compared to the other planets. If Earth were the size of a basketball, Pluto would be the size of a golf ball. But Pluto's size isn't why astronomers now call it a dwarf planet. So why the change to Pluto's status? Here's why. In August 2006, astronomers came up with a new definition of planet. To be a planet, they said the object has to meet 3 conditions. It has to orbit the sun directly. It can't be a moon orbiting a planet. It has to be massive enough for its own gravity to pull into the shape of a ball, and it has to have cleared its neighborhood of smaller objects around its orbit. In other words, during trips around the sun, a planet must draw smaller objects into itself or pull them into its orbit or fling them off into space. Pluto does not meet the 3rd condition. It hasn't cleared its neighborhood the way other planets have. It moves within the field of rocks and ice objects that cannot clear the way. That's why most astronomers now call Pluto a dwarf planet. Not all astronomers accept the change to Pluto's status. Among other reasons, they feel that clearing the neighborhood isn't a well-defined concept. But most astronomers and museums and test books and teachers feel the new definition is clear enough to be useful. So long, Pluto, at least you're still with us as a dwarf planet. So now we're going to look at the questions. Question number 1 states that it has 2 parts. There's part A and part B to this question. Number 1, what is the main idea of the science article by Tyrone Nielsen? So this is asking you to find the main idea of this entire passage. Please remember that when we are finding the main idea, we have talked about in class how you first need to find the topic. When you find the topic, that's going to help you identify what the main idea is. Question part 1, part B is which statement from the text best supports the answer to part A? Remember, we don't like this word support. We like the word prove. So all you're going to need to do is think, okay, which one of these proves the main idea that I picked up here? And then number 2, which of these is most clearly a key detail of the passage? A key detail, guys, is nothing but a supporting detail. And we know that support means prove. So essentially this is just asking again, which one of these things could prove the main idea from up here? We are not going to worry about number 4, but number 3 does say what is the main idea of paragraph 3. Not the entire passage, but just paragraph 3. So let's go back and look at paragraph 3 again. Here's why. In August 2006, astronomers came up with a new definition of planet. To be a planet, they said an object has to meet 3 conditions. It has to orbit the sun directly. It can't be a moon orbiting a planet. It has to be massive enough for its own gravity to pull into the shape of a ball. It has to have cleared its neighborhood of smaller objects around its orbit. In other words, during the trips around the sun, the planet must draw smaller objects into itself or pull them into its orbit or fling them off into space. So we are wanting to find the main idea and supporting details of just that paragraph. These questions focused on the paragraph as a whole. Number 3 is asking just about paragraph 3. So you're going to go to the next page. You don't have to worry about this identifying constellations, and you don't have to worry about number 4, but you are going to do this part right here. Number 3, use the main idea organizer below to organize your information. And it was asking what is the main idea of paragraph 3. Now, I am going to lead you a little bit further in this. We first need to identify the topic. So what was the topic, again, of just paragraph 3? Again, we want to look for words that are repeated. And one word that we see repeated a lot in paragraph 3 is the word planet. So our topic for this paragraph is going to be planet. Now we want to think, what is the most important thing about planets that they want us to know in paragraph 3? Well, if we go back to that paragraph, what is it telling us about planets? It's telling us how to be a planet, and mainly that it has to have 3 conditions. So our main idea for this could be, and again it's just the paragraph 3, planets have to meet three requirements. Now you can fill out on your own piece of paper which 3 details from paragraph 3 proves that planets have to meet 3 requirements. So again, on your own after this video, you're going to be answering question 1, part A and B, question 2, and then you're then going to be going to page 17 and filling out the main idea organizer for paragraph 3. Thank you. Can't wait to see what you guys come up with.